In 1964, Jim Brown led the Cleveland Browns to the NFL championship title. Brown is considered one of the greatest football players who ever lived. But you probably knew that. What a lot of people don't know is that you were a pioneer in lacrosse.
Well, I just found it out talking to you today. I never thought of it that way.
It's true. Jim Brown is also a legend in lacrosse.
It was a fascinating game because of the nature of the game, the speed and combination of strength and power and skill.
In lacrosse, players armed with sticks run, throw, and battle their way downfield. The game is played fast and furious. It was first played by Native Americans hundreds of years ago. Their sticks were made of wood and heavy, carrying rocks instead of balls. Today, the sticks are lightweight titanium, but the game is no less challenging.
The crib is a rock in motion. So the ball sits right here, and it doesn't move when you rock it.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Wow. Brown picked up the game in high school in Manhasset, New York. At Syracuse University, he dominated in football, basketball, track, and lacrosse. Brown is in both the NFL and Lacrosse Halls of Fame. If there had been pro lacrosse back then, do you think you might have ended up playing that?
I might have flipped a coin.
What a difference a half century makes. Today, college scholarships, bona fide lacrosse stars, and yes, 2 pro leagues have helped make America's oldest team sport its fastest growing team sport, with participation tripling in the last decade. If the sport has a sweet spot in popularity, it would be along America's East Coast, where it became popular in the late 1800s at elite colleges like Harvard, Princeton, and Yale.
It's hard to describe. Once you start playing, it just gets, honestly, it gets in your blood.
At Baltimore's Boys Latin Prep School, lacrosse has been played since 1929. Bob Shriver has been head coach for 35 years.
I think kids like activity, and lacrosse is definitely active.
Former Boys Latin star Shaq Stanwyck and his sister Sheehan are 2 of 8 siblings who grew up playing lacrosse. How young were you when you started playing?
Probably ever since I could hold a stick, but I would say 4 or 5. What about you?
I was 6, so when we moved to DC here, but I've got young kids now, and there are leagues starting at 2 years old. And my 4-year-old daughter plays, 5-year-old son, and it's fun. Good. Now step real big, and then fire it.
Do the women in your family, when they have babies, do they register for like little lacrosse sticks at the baby shower?
Yeah, they are all, I think the first hat's always like a lacrosse hat, and somebody's always giving, a lacrosse stick. The ball becomes a chew toy, I think, before they're actually using it.
Lacrosse, or lax, has its own jargon. For instance, Aaron Leeds, Christian Knight, and Mac Pons are known as lax bros. I've been told I have good flow. What does that mean?
I'll take that one. The flow has to do with the back of your hair, the stuff that's coming out under the back of your helmet.
Do I have good flow?
You're pretty decent flow.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. Pretty nice.
Better than his.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But lacrosse is no laughing matter around here. The team won its 3rd high school national championship in 2014.
When our kids are walking around the community wearing a Boys Latin lacrosse jacket, everybody's looking at them. We ask them to really comport themselves as best as they can, because people are looking for bad things sometimes with lacrosse.
That may be because over the last decade, lacrosse has made headlines, and not good ones. And the relative wealth of the kids who play it only draws more attention. But in fact, the sport is no more expensive to play than, well, football. And just as exciting, as I discovered mixing it up with the squad from Baltimore's Loyola University.
So, Mo, Kyle, and I will be on offense. Harry and Mike, you guys got defense.
Okay, so I'm an attack man.
Yes.
Of course, you may not want to play goalie,
Well, that's good. Yeah, sure, if you do that.
but it takes a lot more than that to take down the great Jim Brown.
I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it so that you can't.
Yeah, but so you would turn sideways.
Oh, I'm going to turn sideways like that because I'm really
this,
thin.
Yeah, see,
And
and
then-
I can, well,